Hello, Libra. This will be your general reading for July. So let's see what's going on with the Libras out there and get started. Let's see. Libra, please. Libra. Okay. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, okay. So we're starting off with the Two of Swords. So definitely being at some sort of crossroads type energy, needing to make a decision. Absolutely. I feel like there is, with this wolf in the background, there's somebody that's like ready to pounce. Okay. So it's almost like, I don't feel like you're backed into a corner to make a decision. I don't get that sense. I think it's more of, well, I got this far, now what? kind of thing. That's what I feel is going on. Let's see what else we have here. We do have the Eight of Cups. Now, interestingly enough, I just did, because I'm doing these videos in order of suit, or I'm sorry, in order of element. And I just finished Gemini's video, but with a completely different deck of cards, and they had both of these cards as well. So if you are dealing with a Gemini, there could be some similar things to check there, or if you have Gemini rising or Gemini moon or what have you. Now with the Eight of Cups coming out here, I mean, the Eight of Cups a lot of times is about kind of looking at a situation emotionally, the emotional weight that is involved and all of that sort of thing, and then finding the will to sort of leave that behind and move on towards the future. I don't get that sense though. I feel like this is someone else in your life. I don't think this is you. I feel like there's somebody else here that has secrets and they regret things and they want to give you the full story, but I feel like they're extremely complicated. And like everyone's complicated, but I mean, like everything is complicated with this person. I mean, maybe it's you, that's possible, but I feel like this is someone else. Like, I feel like you're mostly, this is probably for the females watching and this is a male, kind of thing. And I'm not even convinced it's like a love situation. I mean, it's a love situation, but I'm not convinced it's like a romantic situation. Let me see here. We do have the Devil card. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go for it here. What do we got? Okay. Okay, here's what I think for many of you. This is there's a couple different storylines here. So, and it is a general reading. So first, there's some that I am picking up on that this may actually be like a son or like someone else's son or something of that effect is what I'm getting, possibly, or possibly an old boyfriend, like not a current one. Okay, that's possible too. But it could be whoever. I'm going to give you a few different scenarios. But I feel like they have some problems. The Devil card is here. It could be drugs. It could be alcoholism, possibly. I don't feel that much. I do feel drugs, or just darkness in general. Like they're in the dark things and they can't seem to find light things, that are to counterbalance everything. It's like just kind of going too much to the dark side and not really letting the light in kind of energy. And I feel like this has been going on for a while. Like you've been shouldering the burden of this for quite some time, but you're sort of not knowing which direction to go with this. And I feel like a little bit of codependency here, where this might be the time to kind of take control. Now, again, I want to caution, this is, A, it's for entertainment purposes only, and B, it's a general reading. So, I mean, only take what, hits home kind of thing. And obviously, and I know you're Libras and you're very intelligent people, but I just feel like I need to kind of put that out there because what I'm about to say and because it's a very delicate situation, and it's a delicate call. All right. So for some of you, this may not be the right answer, but if this is your situation, and again, I'm going to go over other circumstances because I see a romantic thing in here as well. But if this is someone who, maybe depends on you for some reason, and but they don't seem to be changing, that whatever this darkness is, or if it's a drug issue or what have you, whatever the issue is, I feel like it's time for you to start to become the emperor. And the emperor is very powerful and kind of lays down the law. And I feel like you need to, with the Five of Pentacles, like you may need to boot this person out, either of your home or of your life or what have you, because I feel like there's a little codependency going on here. And as long as you keep shouldering this and listening to, and I get it, that's a fine line, because, we do have people that, I have a lot of experience with this. So, it's tough because, you want to make sure, obviously, that someone is not in danger of taking their life, something awful, or, something like that. You got to be careful. But the other thing is, though, when you're enabling this and letting it continue, that is of no benefit either. And you would be surprised. I have seen it twice in real life, okay, in my own societal, network, okay. I've seen it twice where this tactic has actually lent to change, where the person was, left then with no support necessarily, that they had to do things for themselves, and they did, and they climbed out of it, and they became stronger for it. So I've seen that happen, in real life twice, in my own experience. I can't speak for everyone else. So it's a delicate situation, but I do see something like that happening. Now, for others of you, this could be some sort of romantic situation also. I don't really see any of this being necessarily work related or anything like that. It does seem to have emotions tied to it, and that sort of deal. It definitely could be dealing with a Capricorn with the Devil card here. That's very possible. We do have the Emperor card too, possibly Aries or Taurus that you could be dealing with, or Scorpio in some ways sometimes. But regardless of the sign, what I see here is definitely a choice to walk away or keep going on and on and on the way this has just been going on and on and on. And I feel like most of you might just kind of go that direction, and I don't think it's going to work out well with this Five of Pentacles, okay? Because you are at this crossroads. You have a choice at somewhere here in July to walk away, to emotionally leave the situation, because I do feel it is dark. I feel it is heavy, and I don't feel it's moving in a positive direction for you, and probably not for them either. But, I'm concerned about you. We're doing the video for Libra. So it feels more right to find the strength, find the courage to walk away from this. Now, for others of you, it may not be a romantic situation. Maybe you're struggling with your own darkness or your own addictions, or those types of things, okay? But I do feel like if you do not make the choice to become the emperor of your own choices, your own kingdom, if you will, then there is a chance that things, will not work out great. Okay, so I feel it's very imperative that you make some good choices here. I'm gonna try to clarify a couple things here for some of you. I'm gonna stick by that first story that I said, but now for the other things that may be coming in, let's look at this. I want to look at the Five of Pentacles, because I'm not sure if this is you feeling that way or you doing this to someone else. Because for some of you, this could mean separation from a marriage. Okay, I don't see divorce necessarily yet at this point. Possibly down the road, I'm not sure. But for some of you, okay, for some of you that will be, because you do have the Fool card, which would be a clean slate. Ooh, and the Star card and the World. So for some of you, and you might be trying to pursue someone else. For some of you, I do feel there could be separation here, where you might be leaving someone that is just not healthy anymore. It's not working out, and you might just kind of, find the things, to the courage, to kind of leave, and separate from the situation. For some of you, I feel like that will be very positive with the Fool card here, the Star card, which is, healing and some, kind of divine intervention kind of watching over you as well. And then the World card, which is the end of a phase that then now you can start a brand new, more, take that wisdom that you just walked out of and create a new cycle for yourself. So I think that's very, very positive. And some of you might be finding new love out there or pursuing a new person. So okay. Okay, so for some of you, if you choose to walk away emotionally from this situation and really find the courage to do that, I'm not going to say that it's going to go easy. Like, I don't, it's a general reading, but I see this as being very specific for different groups of you. It's a little dark. It's a little heavy reading. I'm going to be honest. So, I'd love to say, oh, as soon as you get the courage and you walk away and, put this behind you, everything's going to open up and be fantastic. I do see that, but I see that as a process. I don't see that just kind of happening, immediately. Because what I think what will happen is if you do that, there's going to be a lot of confusion on which direction to go, which battles to fight, what do you do now, that sort of thing. And with the Three of Swords, there could be a little bit of, I don't feel it's like the Three of Swords kind of energy where you're just so sad because somebody broke up with you. I feel it's more of the betrayal aspect of it, or the anger that comes a little bit with the Three of Swords of the disappointment and things like that. So there could be definitely a spell of that. But the thing is, with this Seven of Wands here, this is about standing up for yourself and having the courage to do that. Okay. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here, and there may be children involved too. We have this, Three of Pentacles here as well. But these are all very positive cards that will send you into the right direction, especially if there's something here that involves children where you need to leave this situation because it's not good for them. I especially feel that. I feel it's time for you to stand up for yourself, come into your own power, teach your kids well, show them by example. That you can make a new start out of things. If things are bad and whatever, it's like if you're a mother, or you're a single father or what have you, show them that example. If you're not in a good circumstance, then show them how you can pick yourself up and start something new, because that they will see that, they will soak that in, and then that will become handy for them later in their lives, because we all hit those points. Where we got to pick ourselves up and start again. We made a mistake, we effed up, or we didn't make the right choice, or what have you. And so this would be an excellent time to teach the children, if you have children or a child or something, that example. And especially with the Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Pentacles is a wife. She is a mom. She's loyal. She's very, very loyal, but not to a fault necessarily, but she's, the thing about the Queen of Pentacles is she has a lot of love and nurturing, but she's very smart, and she also knows what is good for her and what is good for her stability, what is good for her children, what is good for her husband if it's a good positive relationship, that type of thing. So I don't want to say that as soon as you walk away from this, everything's going to turn up roses. There's going to be a period of confusion, a period of pissed offness, a period of disappointment, all those types of things, but it's moving towards a much better direction of empowerment and better things, a new beginning. So I do see that. One last card here I will check. Okay, perfect. Strength. Okay. So nice. All right. So with the Five of Pentacles and clarifying that, I have the Strength card. So the Strength card is about, again, you know, finding that strength within you is also, it says that you will have the strength to make it through whatever this is. Because the Five of Pentacles is not a super positive card. It's a card of like what we call being left out in the cold or what have you. That's why I feel like there's a separation here or a moving out of homes or there's something going on to do with that perhaps for you. But I do feel like this is, for some of you, I feel like it's your choice. For other, you know, there might be a few of you where that's not necessarily. It could be, you know, maybe it's not a romantic situation at all. Maybe it's just you're trying to renew your lease and you can't, and, you know, that sort of thing. So whatever it may be, whatever the circumstances are, that makes you feel sort of a sense of separation or loss in some way, then I do believe with strength here, this is going to give you the courage. And all in all, it's really to give you the freedom and to build yourself up into something better. I mean, this is a very empowering card, it trumps this, you know, by spades. So it's a fantastic energy to come into. I'm going to pull you guys a couple oracle cards too, because it's a little heavy reading. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, it is so hot today. Oh my gosh. Humid. It's very humid. We had a tornado last night. I was awake. I didn't even know. Okay. All right. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, and one more, please. Okay. Ooh, double mission. Nice. What's that? What's that about? Okay, interesting. All right. So the two cards I pulled that I felt the most, like this one, okay, kind of, we'll get to that in a minute, but is acceptance and blossoming. So especially if you related to the first scenario that I was talking about with like maybe a son or a friend or something going through, you know, something and the codependency thing and all of that, I do feel like there's a couple ways to go with this. I do feel like if you took that route, like if it's a codependency thing and you kind of got to cut them off and say, look, you need to go find yourself. I can't be a part of this anymore and that sort of thing. I feel like there definitely will be an acceptance for them and a blossoming. Okay, like things will turn around for them. Now this works the other way too. If this is not something like, if this is someone who is going through something legitimately, they're going through a dark period, or if it's yourself, okay, either or. And it's not a codependency thing. It's not, you know, those types of things. It's just a dark time, a dark spell kind of deal. Then, you know, this acceptance card I feel is huge, because I feel like if it's something that you can reach out to someone and lift them up, you know, I think that's a fantastic thing. If, again, this is not a codependency type relationship. Okay, that's a big if. If it is yourself that is going through this period, you know, I feel like too, you know, this could be like reaching for more divine source, more divine help, and truly asking from the heart, you know, for guidance and help in your situation. But either way, with this blossoming card, I do feel like there is a degree of acceptance here that is there's a helping hand for you, whether it's cosmic or you know, dimension, you know, like you can actually touch and feel it, whatever, you know, there is somebody here that is accepting the challenge and willing to help and that sort of thing. And by that, there is this blossoming that is very beautiful energy. So I think that's really nice. This is an odd card. I've never pulled this one, actually. I don't use this deck too often, so there's always a few new surprises in there. But so maybe it means something to someone. Usually they're a little bit more straightforward. It says Pleiades, I think that's how you say it. And it says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Okay, so maybe that means something to you, channeling and uplifting humanity. You have a double mission. Okay, so that's really interesting because this is kind of along those lines, channeling, you know, channeling this like helping hand, and what was the other, lifting up humanity and uplifting humanity. You know, we have blossoming, so you know, maybe that means something to you guys. We also have the initiation at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so it's a tricky situation. I do feel though that you definitely have the power to navigate it. Whoops, wrong. There we go. And push through. You know, I felt like those positive cards that we saw, you know, coming in at the bottom of the deck and that sort of thing will be things. But this crossroads moment, I feel, is crucial for you to make the highest discernment, the highest decisions, that sort of thing. You know, do not keep doing that 10 of Wands thing where you just get stuck in a cycle or you just don't do anything about it and hope that it goes away. That feels like that's going to lead to a very bad path very soon. So you don't want to just leave it and pretend it's going to go away. You want to face this stuff. You have the strength, you have the courage, you have the backing, you know, to do this. So, and you know, I feel like there's some really good positive things that can come out of this. So, all right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and if so, consider subscribing. That would be awesome. It really helps my channel. Or you know, leave a comment or something. That really helps circulate my videos as well. So I appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon. All right, bye.